...2023 election, Tinubu will get 70% of Southeast votes, Afegbua says. A former commissioner for information in Edo State, Prince Kasim Afegbua, on Friday said Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC, will get 70% of total votes cast in the Southeast region in 2023 presidential election. He, however, said Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), will only muster 10% votes in the entire Southeast, as he is completely written off in the region. Speaking with Daily Independent, Afegbua, a strong believer in the return of the presidency to the South after President Muhammadu Buhari's 2 terms, said the battle for Southeast votes will be a straight fight between Tinubu and Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi. According to him, APC will secure maximum vote in Ebonyi and Imo states based on the performance of Governors Dave Umahi and Hope Uzodinma, while Tinubu and Obi will battle for vote in Enugu, Abia, and Anambra. His words, Nigerian politics is based primarily on political parties and their stronghold. From my understanding of the inner workings of current politics, the APC will secure maximum votes in Ebonyi State because the governor has done so well. Asiwaju Tinubu will repeat same feat in Imo State because Governor Hope Uzodinma has proved bookmakers wrong with his performance so far. So in Enugu, Abia, and Anambra, it will be a neck-to-neck contest between Asiwaju and Obi. Atiku Abubakar is largely written off in the Southeast. Those PDP governors who could have galvanized votes for Atiku have since abandoned him because of injustice. So it is going to be a straight contest in the Southeast between Asiwaju and Obi. Don't forget that the business owners also donated 1 billion naira for Asiwaju campaign. That, to me, is an open endorsement that Asiwaju cherishes so much. The overall score will be Asiwaju 70%, Obi 20%, and Atiku 10% of the total voting strength of the Southeast. This election is going to be a straight sweep for the APC and Asiwaju. So optimistic. Also sharing Afegbua's views, Festus Keyamo San, Minister of State, Labor and Employment and Director, Public Affairs and Spokesperson, Tinubu Shetima Presidential Campaign Council, said he is confident APC will do well in the Southeast. With the infrastructural development the APC has done in the Southeast and with the 2 serving governors we have there, coupled with the support we enjoy from the other states, we should have some reasonable figures from there. Continue from there. So Afegbua is saying that from what he's seeing, all right, that Tinubu will take 70% of the Southeast votes, Obi will take 20%, and then Atiku will take 10%. And his basis for that sharing is that the governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, and the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, have done good jobs in those respective states, and he is optimistic that those states will vote APC and Asiwaju Tinubu 100% from those states. And then he went further to say that the remaining 3 states, which is Abia State, Enugu State, and then Anambra State, that it will be neck to neck between APC and Labour Party, which is between Asiwaju Tinubu and Peter Obi, And then he also went further, and that is how Peter Obi will get 20% of those places. And then he also went further that Atiku will have only 10% of Southeast votes. The reason being that the governors in those states have abandoned him because of injustice from PDP to them over time. We also understand that Imo State used to be PDP state until in a court case that put Hope Uzodinma there as winner, they call him a Supreme Court governor, Then on Ebonyi State, We know that Dave Umahi used to be PDP until he defected from PDP recently to APC, and then the state became an APC state. All right. So all of these statistics put together is what Afegwa is trying to use to say that the Southeast vote will 70% belong to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, 20% will belong to Peter Obi, and then 10% will belong to Atiku. He also forgot that NNPP candidate Rabiu Kwankwaso also went to Enugu State and spent time there. All right, spent time in Abakaliki, almost 3 days there campaigning for his party. So he didn't mention how many percent or how many votes that Rabiu Kwankwaso will get from East as well. But again, generally, we need to understand that the behavior of Dave Umahi in Ebonyi State is not accepted by all. The behavior of Hope Uzodinma in Imo State is also not accepted by all. And now he's making reference to the fact that the businessmen in the East, about 2,000 businessmen, donated about 1 billion naira to support Asiwaju Tinubu Shetima campaign. But he also forgot that we saw the video where the people that attended that town hall meeting at Imo State walked out on Shetima and Tinubu, and there was commotion. And they had to go lock the gate, and they had to start begging people not to walk away. And we could see the face of Shetima very grievous, very angry, very stern, looking fierce, and very, 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 very fearful face. He turned a face that people suspected that this man must be very, very, very angry and must be very, very aggressive against the people of Southeast. We saw all of that picture. So all these ones that Afegba is writing is optimism out of propaganda. That is what I call it, because the behavior of Hope Uzodinma in Imo State is so terrible that nobody will want to vote APC in that state. Then they said the businessmen, about 2,000 of them, donated 1 billion naira to Asiwaju's campaign program. But again, the names of the people were not seen. We don't know how the 1 billion naira came about. Whether it was Hope Uzodinma that actually brought out that 1 billion naira and saying it was 2,000 businessmen from Southeast that donated it, we don't know. Because 2,000 businessmen cannot donate such amount of money, and still the stakeholders that attended that meeting were walking out on both Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima out of that town hall meeting. It was just basically Tinubu, Shetima, Umahi, and Hope Uzodinma that were there. The rest stakeholders walked out, and we could hear a voice on the video begging people not to walk out. So how is Afegba sure that what he's saying here is true? All right, we are not too sure. He's living in dreamland. Somebody is saying, "Law, you are in dreamland. Please wake up." You see, so as you say that all this writing is out of optimism from propaganda. Somebody is saying, "Return their money and tell them the truth." So return the money, the 1 billion naira that those businessmen have donated, and tell them the truth that nobody is going to vote these people come 2023 election. Another person is writing here, "This is disappointing, Kazim. The basis for this projection is wishful thinking. It means you don't know Asiwaju at all. Tinubu is a realist who plans without sentiment. He knows his exact prospect in the Southeast and will not sway. Right? Will not be swayed by deceitful projections. Leave such things for doing Okupe." Can you imagine? So even Asiwaju knows what is happening there, and he knows that he may not get that amount of votes, even following what happened last time when they had that town hall meeting at Owerri. Where will he get it? See, you want steal? What, So they are saying he won't get that vote. Afegba is now a clown. Can you imagine? That is what people are writing here. You will surely vomit every money you have collected that make you lose your senses. Don't you have shame at all? Somebody is just talking to Afegba. Afegba is having a backlash here for making that projection that it's not going to work. That projection is not true. Southeast is going to be over 75% for Peter Obi. That is the truth. the behavior, even in that Imo State and the Ebonyi State, the way they are using Ebubago to harass citizens, to harass opposition parties in that state, not giving them even a space to do their campaign, and then arresting and molesting party chieftains is another key thing that is happening in the Southeast that government need to know about. That Ebubago has been set up by Southeast to oppress opposition parties. We have had 2 stories from Ebonyi State in the past 1 week. So we really need to be very, very careful with what's happening in Ebonyi State. That money they say they donated the businessmen in Southeast for Asiwaju Tinubu, we don't believe that. Uzodinma would have brought that money from government coffers, and to be able to clean face, he will say was donated by businessmen. Who are the businessmen who have come to own up that were part of the team that donated that money? We don't know yet. So thank you. This is what Afegwa is writing, telling us that Asiwaju Tinubu will claim 70% of the Southeast vote come 2023 election. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment if you believe this or not.